Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. First day. Yeah, we need to wake up, prepare for the rest of the week. I hope you. Oh, more. It's okay. Let me again try. Good morning. Okay. The idea today is this session is part one and part two. The part two follow this one. So you have 5 minutes to do. Go ahead or remain here and try to talking what I see in my personal experience in the field around ransomware. And what is my perception, my personal opinion, what do you need to change in the mindset to attack that problem? Okay, that is the target. What is, what is the idea? This is the agenda, part one, this first 25 minutes, part two, the next 25 minutes. The first one, talking about VMware Cloud Foundation security skills, what your capabilities inside and what you need taking attention that there. And the second one, when you protect the workloads. In that case, of course, vDefense, you don't know, NSX security, now it's vDefend, but it's the same NSX security, but it's like talking about protection against the workloads. Okay, that is the idea. First, the info, second one, the workloads. So, starting with the part one. Why? If you check the more common TTPs today around ransomware, you have several things. Okay, normally the people talking about common scripting, yeah, it's the big one. But when you starting to see, you see, okay, credential access. Second one, credential access. Third one, initial access. Initial access again. Initial validated accounts. Stolen validated account from privileged user handle the infrastructure. And second one, user the credential. In the end, you have a lot of people using problems around access. Maybe it's small parts, but when you see the problem, access to the infrastructure, privileged access is a big concern. Why? Because you lost the key of the kingdom, you lost everything. If the people go to the vCenter and has privileged access to create everything, doesn't care what you control. You need to put your eyes in that problem. When you see this, normally the people talking about ransomware thinking it's more easy. No. The recovery is enough. Usually, backup is enough. What you see the cost in that vision, recovery is the world cost. It's not only the IT cost, it's the reputation cost. It's a lot of things around, or maybe the company break out. So it's the best go only thinking recovery, or maybe start before to protect this problem. In the second one, the majority of the people thinking around ransomware is the same problem when you're talking the disaster recovery side, but it's a mistake. When you have a side recovery, disaster recovery, you have an RTO, you create some idea what is my target recovery. But when you go to the cyber recovery and you go to the backups, the question is, that backup is clean? How much need go back to find a clean backup? Or second one, my infrastructure is clean. It's nothing hidden, waiting the next time. So it's not the same problem. So the backup, the recovery is not enough. If you don't believe you have this big problem, when you take a backup, you need a clean recovery side, not the same side, a clean recovery side. Thinking, reinstall everything in your data center from the scratch. What is the time? Second one, when you're starting to checking the backups, what is the time to find the clean backup? It's possible you compromise an RTO in this situation? No. And that is a challenge. So ransomware recovery is not the same side recovery. And that means we need to change the behavior to recovery. When you see this all, because it's not new, Gartner, cyber protection, you have a lot of things. And too much people thinking, no, I have all it for that protection. I have NSX security, now vDefend recovery, vDefend firewall with ATP. And it's okay, yeah. I have network segmentation, distributed firewall. Maybe you have some protection in the behavior, you have NTA. Maybe you have something in the same host IDS, APS, but for us, distribute or gateway, but mainly distribute IDS, IPS, or include you have antivirus or malware prevention in ATP. But you see this pyramid. So what is the impact? Each figure in the top in the pyramid has a small impact. What is the more strong impact? In the baseline. And you see, that is enough? Yes, it's a good point. But you see another things below, and that is VCF security. It's the infrastructure security. And you have things to restrict the physical and logic perimeter for the infrastructure. You need to handle the privileged access, that mean access. If you lost that, you lost everything. And you need to see what extreme behavior for the admin in the infrastructure. And it's part for vDefend NTP? No, it's part with the VCF. And that is more common problem. The people focus in the upper side, but forget the lower side. What is in the VMware Cloud Foundation? You have a lot of stuff. And the problem, well, the mark is a lot. To mark capability, yeah, that is the problem. You have a lot of capability to evaluate the risk and see what is the compensation control. It's security information. Yes, no thinking is I have a hammer, everything is an eye. No, you need to see the risk, you need to see the environment, understood, and create a compensation control, or maybe translate. You need something specific for your environment. You have a lot, yeah. If you are lost in everything, it's possible to follow the NIST. If you take in the NIST, you have, okay, taking that allow capability feature in VCF Foundation and put in different place in this side. Included in the version 2 is include the governance, area automation, cloud director. Now is two different things. See you tomorrow news about that, but you have a governance. You have a lot around. It's not just the hypervisor things. It's see the governance, the operation, the management for the infrastructure. When they start to see this vision, put focus in the infrastructure, you need thinking the first thing. Who access to the admin consoles? Who access to the vCenter? Who access to the NSX manager? Everybody for every place? Yeah, because it's easy. Yeah, it's easy for you and for the gangs. So we need to change the mindset. We need some point, some zone, restrict zone. When you put a console, a station to control, when you put enforcement and the tools for the admin guys to go to that sandbox first, and then from the sandbox to the admin consoles. The concept is everyone is possible access, but not directly. You put one cage to the admin because it's privileged access. It's no user access. You have the power to build and destroy everything. You need flexibility, but delay the risk. So starting to thinking, use a sandbox. Second one, it's not the same privilege, no privilege stacks and privilege. It's, I am Waldemar. I have a user and authentication methodology for my email. Is the same risk with compare my access to the vCenter? Is the same risk to access to NSS manager? Of course, no, because I have the power. So I need to create policy difference for authenticate no privilege access and special privilege access enforcement. And this case is starting to multi-factor authentication. And what is the problem? You have a lot of things today. Today you have a lot of capabilities inside VCF for that. But Waldemar, you say me use MFA for all users? No. For starting for privileged user. We are the mean. Okay, it's my duty. I need enforcement, my authentication. Maybe for the user and user for the email, no. But for that task, yes. And you have tools. Second one, you know, you have in the VCF a single sign-on. So it's possible to create a single identity for all security, all privileged information. You have different options. It's possible to create one single sign-on for management and workload domain. It's possible to create a management, some workload domain, and other isolate. Or it's possible to create one management and other. You have options. In each option, you have the possibility to power access privileges control. You have the tools, you have the way. It's not enough use privilege with passwords. We need multi-factor. Use this more. From VCF, that 5.1, you have several new identity connectors. If this is say HCDC manager, it's possible to create this single sign-on for all stuff in VCF? Yes. And you, maybe it's okay for you use LDAP, Active Directory, or you name it, but also you have directly access to Okta, for example. Now, in the last version, you include Enter ID also. So if your organization has one identity provider for handle the access, it's possible to reuse that identity provider, not only LDAP, for this privileged use case, and combine this with multi-factor access. But you know, in the infrastructure, you have several static passwords. And you know, you have a policy to rotate the password. But always, sometimes, the people forget to rotate the password. You have tools inside the VCF for enforce this rotation. For example, it's possible for the vSphere put one new password and deliver, of course, not that password. Note, that is more common password today in several customers. It's no bug, it's use case bug, human bug, yeah? Yeah, believe me, it's very common. And additionally, it's possible to rotate for other stuff. More, in VCF, you have a password management when you can provide times to rotate this password, follow your policies. So, in this case, you not need reminder. It's possible for you to automate that rotation. Because one static password is a password, in some moment, you guessed it. In the GANs, know that. When you change that, I'm thinking, include VCF create a special account in the environment to service access accounts. No user, human user. It's a special account for handle a lot of stuff for API, no shell access. no console access. And remind that hiding for the guns and hiding for you. But why hiding for me? Because somebody taking your computer and see you keyboard, I taking the password. So hiding for you is you have a special access in the CMTY manager to see, but normally for the interface, graphic interface, do you know that exists? It's possible to change it, but you don't see it. If you don't see it, the idea is reduce the possibility the guns see you also. How people has SSH enabled in the vSphere? Don't answer. I know. Normally, in years ago, because you need something special access. But today, you don't need, you have the lock mode. But I need access. But why you open always the access, not only in the moment you need. Because it's possible normal behaviors lock down. And if some moment you need SSH, open it because you are aware, and then close it. Not left open. So my first recommendation, normal use case, lockdown. If you have lockdown, maybe you have root VMware 123 on bank, but you reduce the risk than taking the weakness. So this is all use case. Lockdown is only enabled SSH if I need it. Okay? Second one, I don't see the names, but I see a lot of customers has the same VLAN to the management staff, to the workloads, and nothing controlled behind. Don't see it, no names, don't see it. With VCF, you have the option today to split the management VLAN. Not only about the workload, the more use case for NCX network virtualization and overlays, also in the VM management, where you connect the vCenter, the NCX manager, and the NCX manager, and another VLAN for the host management, for the vKernel management. What is the idea? It's not the same VLAN. To go the vCenter to the vSphere, you need to go through something routing or through something firewall. Repeat again. You need to put some blockers, no flat connection for the bad guys. And that is included now, starting with VCF 5.1 in the API, but with the 5.2 is the interface graphic. It's optional, but you starting with greenfield, nice capability. Usually, because remember, you have a lot of stuff for security, VCF, or vSphere. What is starting? What is follow? What is the best? First thing, you have a lot of information in the VMware validated solution. Some people is all like me, remember the all VMware validated designs. What a recommendation. That recommendation build the idea to VCF. So now you have VCF, a structured infrastructure node repeatedly because follow one structure script for deploy. And above that, you have that things to create and improve if you needed the environment. So this doesn't start from zero. And more, if you have VMware vSphere Foundation, it's possible to take similar ideas and apply it also, because in the end, it's vCenter. It's area suite. So it's possible, yes. And that is things. You have a lot around. You remember the pyramid when you saw log access management, to see strange behavior for the admin user. Who is possible creating that? You have, and again, VMware-related solution to handle different things around the security in the management side. To my admin is in PTO, but I see my admin login at 4 a.m. from someplace in the world. It's normal? No. But I need to see it. I need warning that. That's my problem. You have tools to create that policies for automate, or maybe warning, or maybe you have showing the single sign-on against the Active Directory. You have a SSX admins group and put user with privilege. If you belong that group, you have access to the vCenter. I have a case, a customer, somebody create a new user in this group. Yeah, a new user, yeah. Who are? I don't know. Yeah. And you suppose some with them and ransomware live in that environment. You need to see the special things. You need to put the eyes in that privileged access. If you don't see that privileged access, because that is the early behavior before the long-time ransomware. And again, try detect and prevent and not only recover the problem. And also, if you have some problems around, for example, compliance, you have a lot of tools today for a long time. It's possible taking the recommendation. You have an spreadsheet. You have vCenter, vSphere, ARIA, NSX, everything. You have columns, PCI, NIST, wherever, and you see, okay, from the scratch, is compliant or no? Yes or no? Is no, what need change? And you have some scripts in PowerClip for checking that. And also, operation has a continuous checking this change behavior. Because you know starting the 0 day, but what happened in day 2 and the day end? You need remain. So you need use operation for a continuous compliance checking. You have tools, you know scratch. And again, if you have VMware VCF Foundation, it's possible to reuse the same recommendation for that case. Don't start to create the wheel from 0. Use, these people is more smart than me or you, because believe in this product, use the product, thinking the security problem. Maybe you need some adapt for your environment, it's okay, but starting for that. This is a good start when you don't have a framework for security, because improve the level in the security. Okay, this part 1 is just the infrastructure stuff. And believe me, this is the forget problem. If you checking the majority, the ransomware problems today, start with the access. And then go to the workload, but if you don't see what happened in the access, you don't forget. You have now close to 5 minutes to left. You don't see the second part, but also the Wednesday, I had other 2 parts, 1, 2, talking about network security to Kubernetes to network security teams. It's no black box. And si alguien habla español y quiere hacer preguntas, después pueden hablar conmigo. Please. I don't see, no, it's not excellent, but you know. But please, yes, please. I need the survey, because the survey give me points with the team for apply the next year or to Barcelona for more things. And thank you very much. That is the first part. ¿Cómo andás?
Bien. Te quiero hacer una consultita. Tú siempre hablaste de acceso.
Sí.
Ahora, cuando yo armo esos grupos que tienen privilegio, ¿puedo también setear
calling for rewards because I don't have really official time for the question, maybe then. But you stay here for the second part, it's okay. Okay. Good morning again for the new people. Thank you for remain for the old people talking about the part one. We're starting now for the second part for this two-part session around ransomware experience from the field to ransomware. Okay, good. Sorry, one moment. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, it's alive. It's not recording. Okay, the part one was covered a few minutes ago. Now starting with the part two. The part two focus on the warlords myself. When I started seeing, I'm talking now VMware, vDefend, Firewall with ATP. Or for the old guys, NSX security. But it's marketing change name normally, but it's the same stuff. Okay, what is the problem? When you're starting with VCF, you have a lot of things around. Mainly, you're starting in distribute and routing, including distribute routing in firewall, is part of network virtualization inside VCF. But the same platform has sleeping another capability, like in firewall, include distribute firewall, intrusion prevention, including malware prevention, and also you have load balancing. So you have security stuff sleeping in the VCF. Why I say sleeping? Because you need add-ons. For firewall, you need vDefend firewall add-on. For IPS, malware prevention, NDR, and other stuff, you need VMware vDefend firewall with DP add-on. And for load balancer, you need AVI load balancer add-on. You have the capability, but it's sleeping. You need pay add-ons. But you have tools. That is the thing. You don't need reinstall things. You need activate the capabilities in the platform. It's sleeping. You have two different ways to provide this stuff. Maybe one part in distributed way, the main focus, because you use an anchor in the vSphere for provide security, a more traditional way to get your firewall. You have different capabilities. This is focus distribute in warlord running inside vSphere, and get your firewall for something connect in IP network, in vSphere or no vSphere. So you have both, but this is the big difference, the distributed way. When you starting, you have a lot of capabilities, a lot. You remember, for the people see the first part, I explained one pyramid, and starting the base, the access, log, and the first step, network segmentation, this one. And when you think in network segmentation, I say, it's in the base, in the pyramid. So it's very important, very impact in the security. The other stuff above come then, but you need to start with the segmentation. And they go to more advanced things. That is the idea. You have two different add-ons. It's possible just starting with the firewall stuff, the network segmentation, and when you are ready, go to the second stuff in the upper level in the pyramid, the more advanced things. That is the way to define different protection layers, because when you're starting to thinking in the old castle in the Europe, in the middle, you have only wall in the beginning, but because you have maybe send arrows to the wall, nothing happening. But when you put a mounter or something more stronger, one wall is not enough. You need to create more walls in that castle to protect. It's the same concept. Each capability improve the level in the security and create problems to the gangs. because you have only perimeter and you lost the perimeter, you lost. You need to create additional layers to defend and fight with the guns. And that is the idea. You go in levels. When you start in the first one, remember, network segmentation, usually the people go directly, I need micro segmentation. Sorry. You need starting with this one. Split segmentation to the management, to the DNS. DNS. The more common to extract information is use DNS. Use DNS for extract information. Why? Because my warlord sent a query DNS for somebody in the internet, and now my local provide internet DNS things in my data center. So it's okay go to the micro segmentation, but you need starting for levels. First one, go to there. No everyone need to RDP. No all warlords need go to DNS outside my organization. Starting with basic things. Who is my DNS in my organization? The warlords go only for that DNS. To internet, no. Not for some foreign Asian country in the world, no. It's the same for RDP. Who is need? You remember my first mention about the sandbox in a protection zone? Yeah. The rest of the world? No. And when you close that, you reduce the probabilities for the guns to easy access. When you fix this first problem, the second one is create production against developers. This is the production environment. This is developer environment. The developer environment need to go to the production? Yes or no? No. What is starting? You need starting classify the warlord, the access. The first is not the tools. You need first, your problem is alignment. What is my access for production, developer, QA, or whatever, and create these growth zones, network security growths, to create production. Don't talk with QA, QA don't talk with production. And the last step is, okay, in the production side, I have a lot of application. Who application need talk with who application? Inside one application, what layer for my application need with talk? That is the last step, and that's micro-segmentation. And that's the challenge. Not this one, because it's easy for this. Here, normally it's possible because I know what's production or not. That's the challenge. When you go at that, you have that, the old NSX intelligence or the vDefend intelligence now. It's go to the last step. No starting with this for create some firewall. No. The some firewall is, I know my asset. I classify my assets. I know who is production, who is QA, who is developers, whatever. PC, whatever. And you know who is the privileged access to DNS, RDP, or whatever. This is when you reduce that noise. Okay, now I have the application. I'm starting work on that. Mistake common, the people go there and create a recommendation with a lot of firewall, and they say, and stop it. If you stop it, the guns not stop it, attacking you. In some moment, see the space and go there. So you need change. And you had very good recommendation, but you need clean the space, clean the noise. When you finish the segmentation, you're starting with the upper levels. What is more common problem? Unpatching systems. Who is the more common unpatching system? The database. What? The more uncommon unpatching warlord is the database. Because I have first is the patching propose something wrong, and don't upgrade, don't patching. Okay, but you have a risk. You need another control or mitigate that problem because the problem exists. It's an patching. And that's the idea when you're starting with the distributed IPS and the virtual patching. What's the idea behind? Is I have an application. I now have a vulnerability, bug, name whatever. You have a risk. It's not possible patching. Okay, create in the hypervisor, because that is the idea that it's true. You have the vSphere. It's not just a cable. You have live system, the hypervisor, to create some rules to protect an unpatching system. In the meantime, I patch the system because this is a mitigation control, not the fixed control, because the fixed control is the patch. But in the meantime, don't leave the door for everyone. You use some control alternative, a mitigation control for that problem. And when you go above, several problems happen today in the security. It's not directly alignment with the files, malware, whatever. Too much problem today are fileless. So the traditional behavior for inspect a file is not enough. You see several ransomware is propagated for power clean script. Let me, what is wrong with the power clean script? The power clean is a malware? By itself? No. Or, for example, when you see the lateral movement, what is the tool? RDP. RDP is a malware? No. So the file, the tool is not the malware, it's the use is wrong or bad use. So need to see the fileless, you need to see the behavior that creates chance to see it's a strange thing. So you need alarm. And what is the problem if you see only anomaly behavior, false positives? What's the idea? Combine this one with this one and with this one. When they use vDefend with ATP, you have malware prevention capabilities. What? You have malware prevention capabilities. What is the technology behind? You have VMware tools in the VMs? Yeah. You have the all guest introspection capability for the other no-agent antivirus, all is right there. So you need only something to see what happened. And because you have port in the VMware tool, it's possible. First, taking the file, inspect locally. If you don't know it's bad on you, send a sandbox to run the code, remember the file less, and see the behavior running, not sleeping. So in the end, you go some victim to infect. If the behavior is strange or is very close to another no malware, maybe I don't put the name today because a 0 day, but the behavior, it's not wrong. It's not good. So it's possible mark, alert, or in the next stage, prevent, save the file in the VM. How? Because you have the VMware tools. You download the file. When you go to save in the disk, this guy taking the file, see, no, wrong file, block it. So you have different tools inside to increase this problem. Okay, you have the first, the basic, create segmentation for privilege or needed diligence protocols, DNS, RDP, ACH. See what happened with that. Second one, split the zone, production, developers, and then go on the application. It's okay. Perfect way to start. but you need to go above, because when you talk in ransomware, it's not just lateral movement. You need more tools, and the good thing is not see that tools isolate. Put something intelligent. Yeah, I know now is artificial intelligence everywhere, but no, it's machine learning, because it's machine learning for several years ago, NDR, and combine those different sources to create a correlation. And this is when we're talking about NDR. And you possible taking the NDR and map with the media attack tactics. And when you see this thing together, you have the possibility to connect the threat detection events, for example, IDS, IPS, maybe malware events, and the anomaly for NTI. And what you see, this is the UC. Collect different isolate events and see together to create really stuff. And you see the stage, the mitre tactic in the below. And it's possible to go in deeper and see the timeline for that attack. That is ATP. That's NDR. So you have tools, yeah. You have something to protect what happened below, yeah. But also you have tools for go deeper. Normally, the people thinking alone with this and forget the infrastructure protection. Sometimes people say, no, it's enough with the infrastructure protection and forget that part. And then you need both. You need to protect the infrastructure. You have the tools. You need to protect the workload. It's not segmentation enough. And not enough the protection in the perimeter. You need to go deeper and deeper and deeper to protect. If you don't put, you're missing something that, sorry, but the chance you take in a ransomware is higher. It's maybe not enough for all people thinking about this solution. Maybe it's possible starting with the security intelligence, remember the segmentation part, starting with the basic controls, the zone control for the environment, and then with the macro segmentation controls. Then improving the segmentation and try to use the behavior and collect everything source to create the NDR. That's possible. And now, if you go to some session this week, more deeper around Cypress, this one is changing AI to this. Because already you have machine learning, you have information. Now it's go to the next step. It's taking the information and create something different to help the operation to the security teams. What is the other problem? You have a lot of tools, you have a lot of console, and you have a few people to handle. The idea with this solution is help a scarce resource human beings to more efficient and efficacious against this problem. It's not my session, but you find for this week, your people get deeper around vDefend with ATP, I guess, and 1 or 2 sessions around that topic. Go then and starting to see. Take away. What do you need for my vision? It's my personal, it's my personal opinion. It's Waldemar words, use or drop. It's just an opinion. It's no official words, nothing more. It's Waldemar opinion. Don't forget the management actions. We need to put eyes in the access. The managed access is the kingdom, the key for everything. If somebody has administrator, root, whatever name, privileged access to the platform, it's over the platform. Doesn't care what you have. You need to check that. Second one, don't start with the micro segmentation. Start for steps. Let me an iteration, starting with segmentation, the classic control, or the exchange protocol, or protocols or use or application that is used for something anomaly. Then go to split the environments. For split environment, I repeat, you need an access list and classify the assets. If you don't classify the assets, doesn't care the tool. The tool see traffic, but the tool don't know is production or developer. I know, or the team know. We need classify the access. And with the classify, it's possible to create some firewall. And in the end, go to the micro-segmentation for between application and inside application. Use VMware validate solution. Don't create the wheel everywhere. Use something templates, good base. Maybe it's perfect fit with your organization, maybe not, but use it because it's a good point to start, and don't hide the problem. Don't see, no, the problem is not me hiding on the carpet, I don't see it. You don't see it, they can see it. The problem that doesn't disappear when you don't see it. You need to see the problem and take an ownership. We need taking control for the problem. It's not possible to create my internal red, blue, purple team. It's okay. See people, partners help you. But you need taking responsibility for the problem. Don't hide it. Remember, prevent cost versus cost recovery. When you go to the doctor, they say, it's prefer prevent than cure. So prevent, please. And not for time, but you see in other tools around VCF, you have another option to fight this, especially when starting, for example, on Kubernetes stuff or the recovery part. Question them, because for time, yeah, it's not possible. And again, repeat, for if you like it, this discussion, the next, what's next, I was talking about network security in Kubernetes for network security teams. See, that black box, no, it's black box, try to see what happened, understood with need for network security, see deeper. De vuelta, si alguien quiere hablar en español y preguntar algo, lo hablamos después. And it's just a suggestion, yes, for the survey, but yes, talking seriously, please give me the survey because the team evaluate the next application for my future explorers, so please, and thank you. I hope it's a personal opinion, it's not a marketing opinion, it's not nothing, but it's my personal opinion, but I guess it's possible to use for everyone. Thank you.